Hey, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and in today's video, we're going to be going over why cryptocurrencies are so hyped. So you're watching this video right now, which means that you're interested in cryptocurrency. Maybe you're as hyped about it as ever, or maybe you're just dabbling in it and you're just getting into it. Either way, you're into it because of whatever reason, and there are a lot of reasons, to be honest. So there's the tech, there's the money. Most people, I want to say, got into cryptocurrency because of the money, but there are a lot of people, myself included, who got into it for the tech and also because of the altruistic things that cryptocurrencies offer for the world and how it can actually make the world a better place. There's actually so many things why people get into crypto. Whatever the reason is, you're in it right now. And because there are so many different reasons, if you understand the reason why you want to get into it or why you're into it, you could take all of these things and then use them to make better decisions when it comes to trading, investing, whatever style of investing that you want, and pretty much everything that has to do with crypto, what you want to research, and so much more, because there is just an endless supply of things that you could go into when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So the first thing that we gotta talk about is the technology. It's the first decentralized currency. It's the first currency that does not have a centralized governance and runs on computational algorithms. It's the one that you could trust because it's trustless. You don't have to trust in a government or in a person or individual or a group of individuals. It just works, and it solved the double spend problem. So it has solved so much. Cryptocurrencies have really revolutionized the way that money can be sent, received, and used throughout the world. So of course, the tech is the backbone. But with saying that, everyone tends to go towards the money, so we have to talk about money. It would be stupid. I mean, this whole thing is about money, right? So we're going to talk about money right now. Of course, there is a lot of money that is involved with cryptocurrency. The whole space is money. And if you play your cards right, you can make a lot of money, more money than you probably ever even imagined. I mean, if we just talk about the total market cap when it comes to cryptocurrencies, just a few years ago, it was under $20 billion. It went all the way up to almost $1 trillion up in 2018 and dropped all the way back down to just a couple hundred billion. And literally within 1 or 2 years, the hype was so strong that it went up to nearly $2.5 trillion. And with the massive amounts of money that's entering and leaving the markets all the time comes massive volatility, which for some people is a big stressor, but for other people is the best, because that is what traders love. We love volatility. And this is something that keeps the younger generations especially super interested in it, because it's just 24/7, non-stop, up, down, and it's so exciting. There are massive highs and massive lows happening within the cryptocurrency market all the time. Swings of 10 to 15% or more happen on a daily basis in the cryptocurrency markets. So this is not for the faint of heart. This is not a slow and steady growth. This is literally up and down, huge volatility every single day. Comparing that to stocks, many stocks get 10 to 15% or 20% per year, and crypto gets those per day. So crypto really is sort of like the Wild West right now. It's really hard to find the same volatility that you'll find in the crypto markets in other markets. In fact, it's nearly impossible. And of course, with the crazy volatility and the crazy adoption that's happening, there's massive news stories that comes out, and maybe that's how you got into cryptocurrency, is you saw some news story, maybe Elon Musk or something like that, tweeting about it, or MicroStrategy buying up a whole bunch of Bitcoin to add to their balance sheet. There are plenty of news stories happening consistently. Even entire countries are putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet, which is absolutely huge. And one thing that you really need to be careful of with the cryptocurrency market when it comes to news or when it comes to social media and things like that is that because the cryptocurrency market is still so fairly new, a lot of the big players, a lot of the big influencers in this space have a huge influence on the market. So if they say something and they put out some FUD, some fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or they put out something really, really good, that could influence the market in one of two directions, either down or up. And a lot of the times what they do is they will just shill out coins, these big influencers, and when they shill the coins out, a lot of newbies will buy the coins, and the influencers who got them very early will just sell them straight into the people who are buying it. So you got to be really, really careful of where you're getting your information from, and you have to always do your own research, and you have to take every news story with a grain of salt, because there has been so many types, so many news stories that have just been fabricated, especially by big banks or the big government or things like that, that just don't make any sense or just are complete lies, and they're used to manipulate the price and to manipulate the general population into either being fearful or greedy. And a lot of the times actually very advantageous to go against what the news stories are saying, such as if we drop in price and then everyone's saying Bitcoin is dead, well, that might actually be a great time to buy. And this is sort of different than big traditional institutions where it's sort of tightly controlled by, big corporations or big news stations or things that are controlled by like a tight-knit corporations, basically, like a tight-knit group of people. It's very much more decentralized than that. For instance, if one person on Twitter says one thing about cryptocurrency, that could spike the price or drop the price by 10% plus. Same thing with YouTubers, same thing with other things. Like, you're not gonna find someone, saying on Twitter something about a stock and then having that stock just blow up like crazy, unless maybe it's Elon Musk, But usually it's much different in the cryptocurrency market because it's so nuanced, it's so native, it's so new, it's so small and unregulated that these giant fluctuations in price could happen all the time. But because of this, if you know how to do your own research and you actually research really deeply into things and you find certain things out about cryptocurrencies before everyone else does and you buy them, man, that could be really beneficial for you. Because if you figure something out and you buy it before the YouTubers and the Twitter personalities and all these influencers actually start pushing it out, that's basically like finding gold. And the places where you find these news sources are on the particular coin's Telegram channels, Discord channels, Twitter, or Reddit, or other social media platforms. And this is just one of the many opportunities that crypto actually gives people to make life-changing wealth. If you or someone has been stuck in a very low income, but you have plenty of time, and you have just a few $100 or maybe $1,000, you could turn that into tens of thousands of dollars if you do your research every single day and really dive in and make some lucky plays and make some lucky calls and get in while no one's talking about stuff. And of course, this isn't just lower income, this is really everyone. Everyone can improve their wealth, which is so cool about crypto. It's an equal playing field and everyone has the same opportunity to make amazing gains. And then one of the last reasons why people are getting so hyped about cryptocurrency is the mainstream news. But like everything, you have to be super careful, especially when you're listening to the mainstream news. I don't even listen to it anymore. I just look at the charts because a lot of times the mainstream news will hop on the freaking trend at the very top and they'll tell you to buy stuff at the top and then they'll tell you it's dead at the very bottom, and that's when you should be buying at the bottom and you should be selling at the top. Like, I have a clip from CNBC telling people to buy Ripple or XRP at the very top. Look at this.
Want to buy it right there? It fills it in. Looks like I'm going to buy about 3 BTC worth of Ripple. Hit the buy button. Boom. Look it. I bought all that Ripple. That's how easy and fast it is. So now I have about 24,000 Ripple.
And I recommend just shutting off and not even looking at the mainstream media, to be honest. And so I hope this gives you some insight into why cryptocurrency is so hyped. Of course, we have Elon Musk tweeting out stupid things, and we have a lot more mainstream adoption now, and there's way more people that are in it now than there was just a year or two ago. But I think the biggest thing that you should take away from this video is that you shouldn't really listen to the mainstream media all the time because they're going to tell you to buy high and sell low.
Hit the buy button, boom, look it.
And really, when everything is so hyped like it is now, or when everything's so hyped up, that might be a good time to actually start trimming off some profits because everyone's getting into it. But all the old OGs who've been in it for a long time, they've been in it, so the price is up. So they're gonna start trimming off some profits. So just be really weary of when you get in and where the prices are and where they've been compared to where they are now. And I talk about all of this in the market cycles video, so I'll put a link for that in the description below or somewhere up here. And then the other thing that I wanna say is that if you stick with it, maybe you're just getting in, maybe you've been in, maybe you're just getting in, who knows? But the thing is that this is such a new and up and coming field. There is so much opportunity that if you just stick with it, you will most likely succeed if you stick with it and you have a good game plan and you just continually push forward. That's what I did. I got into it years ago, and even though I didn't really have that much money at the time, and I literally gave up my health and wellness practice, my whole thing that I was doing. I was the health and wellness guy. I studied for 10 years. I studied for an entire decade to do health and wellness, and then I found out about cryptocurrency and it was just so amazing to me, and I said, look, this is the opportunity right now. And you know what? It's still the only opportunity that you'll have in the cryptocurrency space to get into something at the ground floor, or not the ground floor, but let's just say that this is like the year 2000 or 2004 when it comes to the internet. This is still so freaking early. Like, can you imagine getting into the internet and just sticking with it and learning everything you possibly could about the internet in the early 2000s, and then all of the opportunities that come, even if you had to wait 6 years for social media to start coming around or these new platforms to come up like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, you would know about it early. You would know about it and you'd be the first people on board, which would give you such a leverage to be so big in the space. So that's why I love cryptocurrency. It gives such a great opportunity. I hope you love it too. And the hype around it is absolutely real, and the hype around it is absolutely justified because it is freaking revolutionary and it's changing the world and it's here to stay. And we're gonna see some absolutely mind-blowing things coming up in this decade. And so I am just incredibly excited about everything. I hope you are too, and I hope you stick around and learn as much as you can when it comes to blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, because this is seriously world-changing stuff. And that's gonna be it for this video. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about the different ways that you could actually make money with cryptocurrencies. I'll put a link for it in the description below and up here somewhere. And that is definitely one that you don't want to miss because, like I said, you can make a lot of money, and I'm going to go over the different ways how you could do that in the next video. So I'll see you there.